Hello YouTubers, this is DMC, and I want to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! History and see why Yu-Gi-Oh! Has changed in the past, so let's get started. Okay, so this is Yugi. He is a shy and friendly person, and he wanted to make friends. So what happened was he built the Millennium Puzzle, and he finally built it, and nobody else could figure out how to build it. So what happened was he unlocked the puzzle, and there was a Tem, and that's what happened. Okay, so this is a Tem, and he is an Egyptian. He is a 5,000-year-old Egyptian pharaoh. And then what happened was he battled against Zork, and he pretty much locked his soul with Zork's soul spirit and locked him forever. And then Yugi unlocked his spirit, and then pretty much he lost his memories, and then he regained his memories duel after duel. And here's why. So this is the pharaoh from Egypt, which is a Tem, and he was trying to unlock his name, but he couldn't remember his name. That's why he lost his memories. He couldn't know who he was until Yugi came along and unlocked his name. And yeah, pretty much he's the pharaoh that guides people and makes people keep them safe. And what happened is that's how a true king is supposed to be. And yeah, so what happened was I have a theory that the reason why you see a Tem, Seto, and Thief Bakura is because they are the ancestor of... Tem is the ancestor of Yugi, and the ancestor of Kaiba is Seto, and Thief Bakura is the ancestor of Bakura. And this is why I think that they are not reincarnated. Yugi is not reincarnated of a Tem. I think they're just ancestors of Yugi, Kaiba, and Bakura. So we're moving on to... Okay, so this is Bakura. He's a shy and friendly kid, and he's never ever dueled. He's only dueled a couple times, but not often. And he wears the Millennium Ring. And in the Dark Side Dimension, he came with his father, and they both went to Egypt, and they saw Shadi, and Shadi had the Millennium Key, and what happened was Bakura's father took the Millennium Ring, and Zork basically killed his father, and Zork basically killed Shadi. And what happened was the Millennium Ring attached to Bakura. And then that's why you'll see he has his evil side, which is his name is Yami Bakura. So this is Yami Bakura, and he has the Millennium Ring, and Yami Bakura is Zork. And I'll tell you the reason why, because of Thief Bakura. Okay, so this is Thief Bakura, and he is the counterpart of Yami Bakura and Bakura. And yet there's the Millennium Ring. And the reason why he is Zork, because, well, for one thing, he basically stole almost every golden jewel and almost stole the Millennium items, and a Tem stopped him. But Thief Bakura fused himself with Zork, and I'll show you who's Zork. So this is Zork, the Darkness. And, yeah, this is Yami Bakura. And, pretty much, he almost destroyed the entire world, but, Atem stopped him because Atem remembered his name, and he summoned the creator of light, which you tribute all 3 Egyptian gods or whatever, and basically destroyed, Zork. And then what happened in Dark Side Dimension, we see this guy called, Yagami, and, once he wanted revenge on Atem, and then he found out about the Millennium Ring, which basically is Zork. So Zork controlled him, and basically, he, turned dark. And then, evil Yagami dueled against Kaiba and Yugi. They almost lost, and pretty much, Atem, basically, Yugi told Kaiba that Atem's not coming back, and that, basically, Kaiba proved Kaiba proved Yugi wrong, and that, he did came back, and he did prove him wrong. Atem defeated evil Yagami, and, Atem looked at Yugi. Yugi gave his Millennium Puzzle to Atem and went back to the spirit realm, because what happened was, at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi dueled against Atem, and Yugi beat Atem, and Atem came to the spirit realm because he would never come back, and he did, from Dark Side Dimensions, and, he, went back to the, spirit realm after, the Dark Side of Dimensions, and then Kaiba went to the, spirit realm and pretty much dueled against Atem, and that was the end of Dark Side of Dimensions. We go on to the second generation of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is, this guy is called Jaden, and, he wears a Slifer Red, and when he was going to the Duel Academy, he bumped into the older version of Yugi. Trust me, this is not Atem. This is Yugi looking like Atem, but he's an older version of Atem. And, Yugi gave Jaden Wing Karibo, and, Jaden basically sees dual monster spirits, and, pretty much, he went to Duel Academy, he won some duels, and, he had a card named Yubel. Yubel was his favorite card, but Yubel kept torturing his friends, and they were afraid to duel him, and he started having, nightmares about Yubel, so what happened was he had to send Yubel away from outer space. So, this is the Supreme King, which, Jaden, eventually dueled Braun. He started becoming Rage, and then, he defeated Braun because Braun basically took his friend and killed them, and was trying to find Jesse, and he couldn't find them. So, he turned evil and became the Supreme King, and what happened was, Axel defeated, Jaden, and then when Axel defeated the Supreme King, and then when the Supreme King was defeated, Jaden felt guilty for destroying